Okay, this is a little video for those people who've got the Cornet type of meters. So if you're measuring radio frequency radiation, like these towers that we've got over here, very gloomy position, then you want to be on the RF setting, right? Radio frequency radiation. So if you're trying to measure power lines, for example, this is not the right setting. This is for phone towers and stuff. So you see the value jumps around a lot, and here it says in microwatts per square meter, which is kind of ideal because you can feed that straight into the website. But you see it jumps around a lot, and so it's tricky to make a photo of the highest reading. Now underneath it you also see max. See that there? It remembers what the highest value was. See, now it goes up because it just experienced a higher level than it had in the last minute. And this max value resets when you turn the unit on and off. So if you're in doubt, or you had your cell phone on when you turn it on, right, turn your cell phone to flight mode, and then turn your meter on and off, recycle it, and then your max reading is reset. So that's a handy little feature, but of course very small, so you have to try and get that in focus when you take a reading for the website. So now, of course, there's an antenna in this thing, right? So if I put my whole hand around it, I'm going to be covering that sensor to some extent. So to take a reading, and this goes for any RF meter really, unless you have a meter that measures the body, of course, and you want the body involved, right? You want to hold it down the bottom so you have as little influence on that reading as possible. Now on my phone, you can see the reflection of me, right? That's the corner of my phone. So you can try and turn it to a point where you don't have that reflection. So hopefully you're able to see it. All right. So in the time I'm talking, it's creeped up to nearly 21 milliwatts per square meter. So that's a reading that, of course, is important. And then if possible, if you're making a photo, you want to snap away when that reading is actually on the big display, so it's easier for people to read, because not everybody will understand that max reading. Okay, so it jumps around a lot. So you could use burst photography, so you just hold your shutter button and let it tuck, 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 tick away, and then later you can grab the photo out that shows the highest reading. But yeah, especially here you can use that max reading. Also with many phones, it depends a little bit on which one you have. You can tap on the screen where you want to focus, and then you can adjust your lighting. So if I try that here, for example, like that, and I then brighten the display, you see the background is getting overexposed, but I can read the display much better. See, so now I can read the numbers really well. So yeah, have a bit of an experiment with that, but that's how you would take an RF measurement with a Cornet. If you're looking at measuring magnetic fields, like from those local distribution lines that are over there, then you want a different setting, so you go to mode. Okay, and so here you've got, I always look at the smaller numbers because I'm used to milligauss. So here's rather coarse. It goes from 1 to 2 and so on. So if you go further, you go to the LF30 setting on this thing. Now you've got a decimal point, so that's more accurate. So you want to do that. So we also see that fluctuate quite a lot. So of course we've got this power over there, and the lines just stop. Can't really tell that. Get you back into focus. The lines just stop, so there's probably underground power here or something. All right. Focus on that again. If you could see me, you'd be laughing, because obviously I've got one hand on the camera, one hand on the meter. So how do I focus? Hey? How do I touch the screen? Yeah, I'm doing that with my nose, people. It's not a pretty sight, but it works. Alright, cool. Anyway, so that gives you your magnetic field readings. Alright, electric fields, which we're not really interested in for here. And we're again back to radio frequency radiation. Notice that the peak value hasn't changed. If I want that to reset, I need to turn the meter off and on again. Alright, hope this was useful. And yeah, I hope to see many of your posts on the website.